the hell am I playing right now? What's going on, boys? And welcome back to the Crew Motorfest. But the thing is, I'm not just welcoming you back right now. I'm welcoming... I'm tired. I'm welcoming myself back to the Crew Motorfest right now. Yes, my name is Sid, and I took a few days off, but now I'm back to figure out what there's so much to talk about. We've got so much to talk about and so much to what's going on in this game right now. First of all, we have a brand new monster truck, and this monster truck actually, okay, hear me out, it's actually got a lot of stuff that makes it, I gotta admit, makes it kind of cool. Firstly though, I'm so annoyed that this event is this bloody, you know, the stunt events. Especially this specific event. I've seen this event way too many times. This update, okay? I do wish that was just like a normal, regular monster truck event or like a race or whatever. Because now that's going to be in the main stage legacy. Too many of these point events aren't going to be in the main stage legacy. Oh. So the interesting thing about this Ford Raptor is it's the first ever monster truck addition to the Crew Motorfest. And that's a big deal for... You didn't hear that. So it's the first ever monster truck addition into the Crew Motorfest, and what's really crazy is that this update did so much more of that than I think you'd think. You know the rally cars they added? Yeah, these were the first rally cars added in the Crew Motorfest. Yes, there were some that were transferred over from the Crew 2, but I'm not counting those. I'm talking about new to Motorfest, not ones that were licensed for the Crew 2 and then got pushed forward. Demolition Derby is still missing any brand new licenses. The only official one we have is the Charger. Motocross also finally got its first vehicle edition. Then we got the Jet Spec, I guess, if you wanted to count that. AGP hasn't gotten anything new since launch. And if we're talking since launch, oh god, then we have to bring in planes and oh wait, no, they added a new plane post-launch this update too. God, yeah, this update, well, boats as well. This update did stuff, apparently, for all of the specs that no one cares about, but to be honest, I care about them, so I'm glad they did it. Drag still hasn't gotten new cars since the launch of the game. In fact, since the whole of the Crew Motorfest, Drag hasn't gotten new vehicles. Give us real-life drag cars, man. Or, screw real-life ones, just give us updated Street Tier 2 ones transferred over. No way I actually have a Nitro Chemist monster truck set. What was I smoking? So this week is the week that I decided to come back after spending some time away after being ill, but then also spending some time with my better half, my other half, my missus. And this is the Crater Chaos week, the final week of this third month of this update in the Crew Motorfest. It's an all monster truck themed week, which honestly I'm happy with. I'm glad that they are finally using some of these niche things in the game. Some of these things that don't get any love, any attention, any care are finally getting events, granted in the summit, but that then will be in the main stage legacy and then will act as essentially permanent events thanks to being in the main stage legacy. Underrated thing in this game, play monster truck events on wheel. Trust me, it's weirdly nice in a fun, stupid way. Rhino beat me by like 20 seconds. Okay, where are the shortcuts? My word. Shout out Rhino. Go watch Rhino. After this video. And the reason I specify after this video is because first I need to talk about Ubisoft Forward. Yeah, the yearly event, you might not even know it by name, but the show they hold where they announce a bunch of stuff just for whatever they've got going on. But I think recently Ubisoft's troubles have been, well, not exactly subtle. So what could they show? I mean, Assassin's Creed Shadows is still getting updates, and they're really good updates for all the people actually in the Assassin's Creed audience, like the parkour and whatnot. That Splinter Cell remake is still stuck endlessly. They can't seem to stop doing my beloved Splinter Cell franchise dirty. Rainbow Six is probably doing something. When are they not doing something? And the Crew Motorfest has its next update coming out in just over 1 month. See, at the end of June, we will be beginning the next update, Season 7. The next big thing, the final, bear in mind, the final update for this year of Motorfest. Because the full years have been reduced to only 3 updates now. They used to be 3 months each, now they're 4 months each, thus only 3 updates each. So it's crazy that year 2 was just Chase Squad, Red Bull, this last update, right? Like, that's such a, like, well, done. God, years are gonna go by in flash. But last year, at this exact same time, we were leading up to the Lowrider versus Donk update. But the thing was, at the time, they showed us the Lowrider versus Donk update and the Maui update. They showed us essentially the last update of that season and the next update coming 4 months later at the same time. So that's what I thought was gonna happen with Ubisoft Forward. Because when does Ubisoft take place? June. Early June is when it normally takes place. But for some reason, recently, we have not gotten any announcement for Ubisoft Forward. And I think the closer it gets, the more I'm worried we're not getting a Ubisoft Forward this year. Meaning, we're not gonna get an extended month-long promo cycle for Season 7. We'll probably get, I mean, bearing in mind, the Red Bull update, I figured this out recently, right? Or I guess you could say I more like put 2 and 2 together. Remember I was uploading daily at the time? There's where we finally got the full confirmation of it being Red Bull. Bearing in mind, if they didn't like tease it in a JPEG months ago, we wouldn't have fully known this was a Red Bull update until there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Less than a week before, in fact, like, this was early access. 1 week before the update dropped is when we found out what the next update actually was. This update, Red Bull. How crazy is that? That such a limited promo cycle can happen if we don't get something like Ubiforward for them to do a big trailer and then drip feed like a little bit as we go on throughout the last month, rather than slogging through the last month to cross our fingers and hope we get some scraps by the end of the last week. So I don't know, because the Crew Showcase is also something. If Ubisoft's got their own bigger issues at the moment, I mean, they maybe aren't doing a Ubiforward, well, what's up with the Crew Showcase then? Are we still gonna get that? Because the Crew Showcase hit pretty goddamn hard. I mean, it gave us the Prestige show was first revealed here. I mean, like I said, they showed Lowrider Donk as like a brand new thing a little while before. And then this was just showing us anything and everything about Maui. Are we gonna get that for whatever the hell year 3 is? Look, I gotta say, it might be unfortunate because, you know, last time we knew about Maui before Lowrider v Donk, and it made it weird being in Lowrider v Donk and being like, well, okay, now we just gotta sit and wait for 4 months. And it would have been that exact same thing. If we found out something really cool is in year 3, we would have had to sit and wait. So look, maybe I don't even want them to reveal year 3 at Ubiforward, if it's even happening. I'd just like them to reveal season 7. Season 8 is year 3. Maybe season 7, you know, give us a little... But instead, I guess we're gonna be waiting for the Crew Showcase, if even that is happening this year. Carrying on with new things this week that we gotta talk about. This bundle? Did they finally cook on a bundle? Did they do that? They finally cooked on a bundle. But you know what they didn't do? Finally give me a feature where I can buy the bundles even if I own everything in them, just so I can create the bundle. Can we add it to the list of the 50 things that I've said a bajillion times, yet they never get done? But they're like really simple, like menial changes. And yes, you know for a fact the other thing I'm referring to is put all the other items from the main stage in the main stage legacy. Whoa, 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 whoa! Wait, what? This is... Wait, that's so good! I don't even know what to say. This is actually such a cool idea. Damn it, man. Why did they every now and then just cook so hard? Like, what a fun idea to, like, reuse the police rivals like this. I didn't even know the police rivals could be reused like this. The Summit, the Summit development team, this update just went nuts, which is one of the conversations we need to have. And so yeah, this week is Monster Truck themed, but this week also brings up a lot of conversations that need having. One, a lot of these conversations will make their way into their own videos and whatnot. But for now, let me give you the little preview blurb of each of them. The Summit team has been doing so good with the MotoGP theme one having like an Isle of Man mark, and them actually changing like how many AI races you're up against, them actually like changing like the way an event is, them using this new rival system as well. Oh, I didn't know that was a feature. Wait, if I click B, whoa. I didn't know that was a feature. Whoa. The Rally one all being named after different areas of Rally, and the Alpha GP, the F1 one being so fun in its way of theming F1. They've just cooked so hard on the summits recently, and this is a showcase of that. Wait, can I actually pin him like this? Is it not going to let me arrest? Oh, interesting. I was wondering if I could arrest. I guess because we're not a police car, we can only take them down. Thank you. There we go. Okay, I was not looking forward. I wasn't looking forward to that, and then I started playing it, and then I was like, whoa, they actually did a really interesting idea. Nice. The custom show this week has a brand new locked... What? Why is it the Rimac Navera? What? You couldn't make it... Why is it the Rimac Navera? You couldn't make it monster trucks? Why don't just make it monster trucks? What? What? Why? But the reward, even though no one liked it the last time, this week's reward for the custom show is the Monster Rock Kit. Presumably, last time it still boosted people playing it a bunch. So yes, another engine sound is going to be exclusively locked to the custom show this time around for 8 months. This is my early access look at the Monster Rock Kit. Here's the base 350. And here's the 350 with the Monster Rock Kit applied. Presumably another straight cut gear. I forgot it was the one with the weird tuning fork sound that just appears. Whoa! That's quite the backfire. Okay, the backfire is cool, but oh, what was that weird tuning fork sound? Okay, we'll get it in the custom show. But speaking of the competitive, this month, like the custom show, we also have the Grand Race, the Demo Royale. The Demo Royale is nothing, but the Grand Race this time around is it's non-collision again. It's non-collision for the Saturday modifier. People probably play it more. There could be a discussion to be like, oh, but it's less fun or whatever. If people are enjoying it more, then people are enjoying it more, I think maybe, I don't know, let me know in the comments. Have you been enjoying the fact that every Saturday is non-collision instead of something unique? Let me know, because genuinely, if you are, then sure, maybe I'll start jumping on it. I just don't care for the sweat of it all. I just care for the fun of it all, and spamming non-collision, which they've been doing ever since they patched or fixed the Grand Race config thing. They have spammed. There has been one time that it wasn't non-collision. Isn't that crazy? But people like it, so I'm glad that's what I'll come back to. Oh, and then we also have the whole last month of stuff going on. During this week, we'll find out what the main stage car is. I mean, for the last week, we really don't know. It's the summit themes were like ride faster, speed quicker, and rummage lightly, or whatever, and then Fury Legacy. So we don't know what Fury Legacy is. It's likely going to be the Summit car, but the rest of it, from the early access info that I got, it looked racing themed again. But I don't know. What we do know, though, is during this next month, we're going to finally receive the Ivory Tower Asus racing version in racing. Whoa. And also, one of the things I'm coming back to the crew to discuss is I want to talk about the whole Ubisoft being bought by Tencent. Because you know how they were bought by Tencent, but they made like a new company and Tencent bought a bit of shares in that company instead of in main Ubisoft. Yeah, I wanted to talk about that because I think it might actually be a positive for the Crew Motorfest. We'll get to that in another video. That's going to be about it for me. Thank you so much for watching. In a bit.